wow, the Beatles' last live performance, the Rooftop, January 30th, 1969.
And Chris O'Dell was there.
She was.
How cool is that? And what better? Somebody had a Polaroid and shot a picture and gave her from the rooftop.
Actually was on the rooftop when they performed, and in mid-performance took that photo. One of the wonderful things about the Beatles legacy, if you will, was how great they were live. They were just a great band. It worked. The chemistry between them was just spectacular.
They just had the look.
They did.
Let's not forget that. I mean, right from the beginning, they had the look, but they had a vibe. When they started playing, they had a magic that just oozed off the stage, and even you can watch it on TV and you just get this vibe. And watching them on the rooftop in this photo that she was gifted by somebody that had a Polaroid that day. Here's a piece of history.
An actual piece of history. And what's wonderful about Chris is she was telling us this story about being up on the rooftop and saying, that the Fabs went back and forth on whether they should go up or not and play. Because at first they were going to, go to different spots around the world and perform, and then they decided not to do that. And we also have to remember, this is right after George Harrison had come back into the band because he had left the band for a while. So they were trying to be very cool to him, of course. And but once they finally decided, well, let's just go up and play. That's exactly what they did. And from what Chris was sharing with us was that they received a memo, the staff, that said, no one's allowed on the roof because of the vulnerability of the construction. They had to reinforce the roof back then.
Oh yeah, you could even see it in Sir Jackson's video that he redid on Disney last year, where Paul's going up there and he's jumping on it and saying, well, okay, this is strong. But the boards were loose, you could see him moving.
Oh, absolutely. And
I wouldn't have done it.
So she's sitting there going, well, at least I can listen to it. And then Tony Richmond, who was the main cameraman, stopped by her office and just said, hey, are you going up? And she goes, well, we were told non-essential are not allowed on the roof. And he looked at her and said, now you're essential. You'll be my assistant. So, of course, she hopped up and went right up there. Yeah. And even as cold as it was, I mean, oh my gosh, to see these guys play and to see the joy they had. They only played 42 minutes before the Metropolitan Police actually did finally close them down.
Which was, a long concert for the early days. They were down very much.
It was. When they toured America in 64, 65, and 66, I remember Ringo would say, if we liked you, we played 30 minutes. If we didn't, we played about 25. They speed it up.
But Chris has an array of stuff in the auction. She has so much really, really cool stuff and great stories. As you know, Miss O'Dell has a book, and it's out there that it's a good read. And there's a documentary right around the corner going to happen here real soon.